Okay, so in this video, I'm going to do a short presentation on um, what groups of people all are Igbos and Hebrews, the modern day Hebrews. Um, who are the modern day Hebrews of today? And I'm going to be proving that pretty much the Igbos are the only real Hebrews, but there are a lot of people. There are a lot of groups of people that don't classify as Igbo, but are still Igbo in origin. Um, so first, I want to start off with this article, "The Greater Igbo Nation," uh, and not that the Greater Igbo Nation. This article talks about the subgroups, the many different subgroups that the Igbos had. Like it was tribes within a tribe. So and how tribes broke off from the overall Igbo tribe, and how the Yoruba are Igbos, and how the Ghanaians are Igbos, and how the Jamaicans are Igbos, and how us in America, all descendants of the slave trade are Igbos. Everyone that was involved in the slave trade, it was all Igbos. Now, I'm not saying 100%, but I believe probably 90% because mainly it was the Gold Coast and it was the slave coast that was involved in the slave trade. So that was it was mainly modern day Ghana and modern day Nigeria that was mostly involved in the slave trade, and this whole area was Igbos. It was all Igbo. Um, the Evis, the Yoruba, uh, the Akan, the Ashanti, uh, they all Igbo. The Igbo is the original group. The Ashanti broke off from the main Igbo group. The Yoruba broke off from the main Igbo group, and the Evis also broke off from the main Igbo group. When they broke off, they formed their own. New tribes and tried to differentiate themselves from the original uh, overall major Igbo group. And you see this in the languages. If I go in this other article, it's the Kwa language group. So I'm gonna pull that up real quick. I'm not done with that article, but since we own it, let's go. So this Kwa language group shows that all of these tribes started out as one group. All of these tribes that fall under the Kwa language group started out as one group. They have a similar language, and it shows that all of these languages of these different groups of people originated from the Igbo language. So it's the same thing with the people. All of these groups of people originated from Igbo, meaning that they all are actually Igbo people. So let's read. Kwa languages group of languages make up a branch of the Niger Congo family of African languages. Kwa languages include Yoruba and Igbo of Nigeria, the Iwi of Ghana and Benin, and Akan of Ivory Coast, and Ghana, and Ga of Accra City, and Beni of Benin. So these is all of the tribes that was involved in the slave trade, and they all fall under this one Kwa language group, signifying that this is one group of people. Um, so we're dealing with one group of people, but they was just different tribes, and so in the Greater Igbo Nation article, the guy that wrote this, he goes on to explain how that it was all of these groups of people was actually Igbo. He goes into it very in detail. It's called The Greater Igbo Nation. You could type it in on Google. It should pop up, by Ashik D. Al-Salamani. I guess that's his name. You can read this article. It got a lot of information in it. It proves that all of these people are one people. I have a couple other sources that I want to go through. Okay, so we got the qual language. The language is a very big thing right there. I'm not going fully in detail. I can make a longer version of this video, but for right now, I just want to put the idea out there, just so you could see it and you can research for yourself to validate the information. Let's go to the next. Okay, this study right here. All right. So this is something else that's kind of verifying what I already been saying. It's a study finds that the Yoruba are genetically 99.9% Igbo. Four of the major coastal tribes of Western Africa, the Yoruba, Igbo, Akan, and the Gadangbi, are dissimilar at a glance and evidently geographic neighbors, but very closely related when examined at the genetic level. Several studies have been employed over the years with findings showing genetic similarity between differing regional ethnic groups. One in particular conducted by, I don't know how to say those guys' name, but a University of Abadan provided results indicating the genetic similarities between the four major West African ethnic groups. Their findings further showed surprising genetic variance within groups, but almost none across groups, similar to the closeness of human genetics across races, showing more range within one than without. According to this landmark study, there was a 99.9% within population variance. Between population variance was less than 0.1%. This means that the Yorubas, Igbos, and Ga and Akan are 99.9% similar, while within each of the groups there are variation differences between individuals as high as 99%. One Igbo may be 99% genetically different from another Igbo, or one Yoruba person to another. It is important to remember that these groups were not initially split by national borders, meaning that the borders was placed by Europeans. So we all kind of lived together in all actuality. So the borders we see today with Nigeria and Ghana, those are man-made European borders. We actually lived close to each other, so that explains a lot. You know what I'm saying? It's like they lived right next to each other. It's all the same people. It just expanded over time. And we're a huge nation overall. We was in Africa almost 1,000 years. We haven't been in Israel. We haven't been in Jerusalem since the time around the time of Jesus. That was the last time we was over there. So we've been in West Africa this entire time. So yes, we are a huge nation of people. We are all of Jamaica is Igbos. All us black people in America, all the Ghanaians, all of the Igbos, all the Yorubas, all of us together, we are a huge nation of people. We all are the same. We all Hebrews. We all Igbos. You can do your own more research, but the quad language group, I feel like the language, you can't really lie with the language. It originates. It's more articles on this. It was another article I could have showed, but I don't think I have it right now. I might make a part two of this video. And part two, if I make a part two, it's gonna be much longer. I probably go more in detail, but I just want to get the concept out. I just want us to know that we are all one people, that we are Igbo, that we are Hebrews. That's what I want to get out. Because today it's 2021 and black people still calling themselves black, and we don't know who we really are. And it's like it's 2021. You have the internet. There's no excuse for you to lack knowledge in today's world because it's so easy to get knowledge. You can easily pull it up in seconds. Um, I think it was one more thing that I wanted to cover. It was a quad language group, Greater Igbo and quad languages. And it was another article showing how the Yorubas are actually Igbo because the spelling of the words, like the Yoruba will use it's a tribe called the Igbo Mania or something like that, and they're a Yoruba tribe. Like just by the names, you can clearly tell that the Yoruba are a break off of the Igbos. So the Ghanaians and the Yoruba and the Evis is and Khan, they all just break off of a greater Igbo nation. And then from the slave trade, it broke us off even more because now you got us in Jamaica, you got us in all these islands, you got us in America, you got us in Brazil. We just scattered everywhere now, and that's biblical prophecy being fulfilled. But I'm going to end this video here. Like I said, I might make a more in-depth video, part two. But I just want people to do their own research and understand that we need to unite. We need our own country. It's I mean, yeah, like, but we need to have our own country with our identity established. That we are Igbo Hebrews. We need our own country with that established. Like the Ghanaians have Ghana and Jamaicans have Jamaica. And the Igbos are struggling in Nigeria as they've been struggling. Us in America, we struggling in America as we've been struggling, and we scatter everywhere else struggling. So I mean, the Most High willing, one day, with this understanding, maybe one day we could come together and establish. Most High let us establish a homeland again for all of our people, and yeah. But I'm gonna close this video out here. Yeah, just some thoughts, information.